Alright, stream seems to be starting. How are you guys doing? Alright. There we go. Okay. What's up, guys? Just started a stream here and we got some arms and shoulders, so yeah, let's get it. It's chill time today. It's Thursday night. Technically it's Friday, but you know what I mean, you know. But let's get into this. You know, always gotta warm up. Not warm up into a session, but warm up into a stream, you know? It's like, when you first start streaming, it's a little bit, you know, a little bit, you know, you need to get into the flow of things, you get what I mean? Alright, so, let's get my wrist wraps on here. Feeling decent, you know, I mean, to be honest, on the way here, I was feeling very tired, you know? Very tired. But, you know, we're feeling a lot better right now. Not too bad right now. Pretty good. So we did do 55 last time, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna hit 55 again because only, you know, we've only done it for one session. It's not like a consistent thing yet, you know. Before I move up in weight, I do like to make sure I consistently, you know, hit that weight. I don't want to just, you know, I'm gonna move up because I did it once, you know. Because if it's not consistent, you had a good day. Maybe you had more energy that day. Maybe, you know, had a bunch of caffeine going through you. You know, it's like you want to be able to be fairly consistent with your lifts, you know. So best way to do that is make sure you can hit consistent weights. I feel like where that starts to get a bit tricky is something like a deadlift max, you know. That's hard to know when you go up in a weight because maybe to hit your deadlift max, you really have to hype this. You really have to hype yourself up for maybe a deadlift max or something like that. Looking at the mirror, that's what it's doing. There you go. But with a deadlift max, now that's a hard one to gauge, to go up in weight because and that's what I found recently actually, because obviously doing more deadlifting and stuff like that, it's quite literally because you might have had a bunch of things on that day to hit that max. Like for example, you might have had, you know, a bunch of caffeine or pre-workout. You might have rested a day before to hit that PR. You might have done it right at the start of the session. You know, a bunch of little things to like, extra like little XP boosters to be able to hit the PR, right? But, and also you might have used like a certain thought, maybe a certain angry thought in your mind, maybe a sad thought in your mind that will, you know, propel you into hitting that weight. So being able to do that consistently now is a little bit hard because obviously you used a bunch of like very little boosters and a very specific moment to be able to hit that PR, you know? But, so that's why it's hard with PRs, especially on high weights or on like, you know, things like deadlifting, to know whether you should go up or not. But I think my rule of thumb would probably be is like, you don't have to hit the exact same like PR better. You just have to hit that, hit maybe like a low weight, maybe 10 kg below it or something like that. And you feel like, damn, you know, that 10 kg, it's low, it's only 10 kg lower, but it moved a lot easier than before. Then maybe you can try attempt another PR or something like that. But hitting like, you know, your PR consistently isn't easy unless you're in the right conditions, like every time, you know? Because you might be in a super hype moment where everyone was around, you maybe even had a little bit of adrenaline going through you because of it, you know? And that could have helped, you know? And then you find, shit, I can't do this because I haven't got the right circumstances now. So Yeah, PRs are a little bit interesting to gauge. Wrist feels like it's going the wrong way. 6, 7, 8. What the hell? 9, 10. Why the fuck? This wrist feels like halfway through the exercise, it feels like this wrist is somehow slanting this way, but this one's fine. A little bit weird. I haven't noticed that before, so just gotta be a little bit careful with it, you know? If it does decide to do that too far, it will maybe injure me. That's so weird. I think it might be the attachment, you know. Because I feel like this attachment, I don't like the plastic ones. I feel like maybe it's like sliding too much, and then because it's going like this way, it's making my wrist go a bit like that. That might be what the case is here. I mean, we do have a free gym. It's just if I can be bothered to walk across the gym to get the other attachment or not. Yeah, screw it. I'll go get it. I'll go get the rubber ones, because that'll make it feel a lot nicer. So we'll go do that. Just bear with me 2 seconds, guys. Alright, we got him. Alright. Let's get these ones off. I don't know why I got these plastic ones. Like, I feel like maybe it's cheaper. That might be right, but definitely nowhere near the quality, I don't think. I don't think anyone's sitting there like, oh shit, man, these amazing plastic fucking attachments are so amazing. You know? I think it is the rubber ones where it's at. Alright. Bro, is my camera seeing ghosts? It's like locking onto the ghost. Goes to the gym. I mean, it is almost pushing 3 AM, so you know, it kind of. Did I just say pushing 3 AM? No way it's pushing 3 AM. Actually, it is. It's almost 2:30 here, so yeah, it is actually almost pushing 3 AM. Didn't expect that. Seems better already. Six. 7. 8. 9. Damn. 10. Damn. Okay, we drop down a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, definitely going up into these higher weights, it's not easy, you know. Definitely is pushing me way closer to my limits here, so it's obviously a good thing, you know. That's what you want with your muscle, so it's a good thing. All right, so we do need to transition over, so I'm gonna move. We need to move to the dumbbells. I was saying yesterday they rearranged the dumbbells, and I hate that they did that, because now it sort of defeats the whole purpose. Like, they were trying to, I think, make space, so they turned 2 rows into 3 rows, so that obviously it doesn't have to come outward as much. But then guess what? The dumbbells don't even fit in the 3 rows with the amount of dumbbells they have. So they just put the extra ones on the side. And actually, I'll show you here. You can sort of see. Yeah, you can sort of see if I just come over here so the camera will show this way. You can sort of see the dumbbell rack, right? And they just put the dumbbells on the sides. So it kind of defeats the purpose of it, but I guess it's alright, because I guess maybe they want to put like a new machine over in the space in the gap here. It does feel like a lot more spacious, you know, around. That might be because, you know, the benches aren't all here, but there's only one here. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. And it's also annoying because I just got onto the big boy shelf. I just got onto the second row of dumbbells, which is like the, you know, the elite one, right? But now because there's 3 rows, I'm only on the second row. So now it doesn't look as impressive as it did before. And especially what I really dislike is you got some hefty ass dumbbells. So, you know, you got the fucking, you know, all the way up to the 36 kg dumbbell right here. And imagine you misplace that. Like, imagine you go a bit over. Like, it's gonna fall down, like past the rack, and you're gonna have to do some mega gymnastics to try and get that. And it's not like you can just bend down and pick it up. That's a 36 kg dumbbell, and if you don't have the leverage, you're trying to pull it through a hole with one hand. Yeah, it ain't happening, you know. So now when you're fatigued, when you're doing a drop set or whatever, you actually have to aim your dumbbells, otherwise it's gonna go past. I like that when you could just, you know, when it was right against the wall, so even if you missed, it would go just, you know, sort of somewhat wedged into the right position, you know. Anyway, so I need to get the 28, I think we was ranked 28 for the first time, 28 kg dumbbell, for biceps here. 28's over here, second row. Alright, we'll take a sip of water and we'll get to it, you know. Otherwise, I really do like the gym, you know, like, not the gym in general, like, obviously the gym in general are cool, but this gym, you know, they do just, you know, about everything, right? I really like it, it's good. You know, cleanliness is awesome, you know, the cleaners come in every day. To be honest, I feel like they don't even have to, because it's like not even dirty, and obviously they're still coming in, mopping and all that stuff. But yeah, so it, you know, it is nice, but you always want to, you know, a gym with good hygiene and hygiene practices and stuff like that. And they do, you know, reorganize a bunch. They're not lazy with it, you know. They do refill the vending machines, and you know, everything is all good, you know. That's why I do like it, you know. And what's crazy is it's such small community gym. So, as in like it's big on the inside, it looks small on the outside. So which is kind of funny because it passively deters other people from coming in because they're like, oh shit, this is a small gym, I don't really go there. You go on the inside and it's actually huge. So I like that. And, the max people here is like 8, you know, so that's pretty manageable, you know. That other gyms you got like, check that up and it's got fucking 170 people. Fuck that, man. Alright, let's get this. So 28. Yeah, it's just awkward to pick up. Like, I can't even like bend down properly. I have to fucking do this. Alright. That almost fucking landed on my toes. I gotta be careful with what I'm doing here. I'm gonna go over here like this. Because it keeps looking at the mirror and tracking that. I like I was about to drop it on this hand. It was so close. It was like on this part of my hand. It was about to slip. And that would have been getting diabolical, that would. I don't know why I'm doing laps to get my stuff. Fucking moving here and there, but sorry, I'm just extra cardio, you know, extra steps in the day. Anyways, I think I've sorted out the technical difficulties with the stream, because yesterday, even the day before that, rough. Obviously, day before yesterday I was having like SIM card issues, and it wasn't actually the SIM card, it was just the carrier. Like they went down for like a day, which is really bad. Because I pulled out my phone and I tried to stream, it's like, hey today mate, and had to just do my session, no stream. But yesterday, it was still a stream, but it was a little scuffed because my settings weren't all proper, they weren't all right. So I had some technical difficulty and I had to try and fix it, like while I was already out, you know, away from my PC and stuff. And without much time to really sort much out, I'm already at the gym, you know. I managed to sort some of it out and get a stream through, so that's good. But today should be good. You know, I think I did a little test earlier, see, you know, everything was working, and it was, so hopefully it is all good. You know, if you guys have any problems, just let me know. If there's any like weird issues that I don't really know about, but should be running decently right now. But anyways, enough talk about that. No, we're in the gym. I mean, we don't have to talk about the gym, but no point talking about, you know, something that most of you probably don't do, you know. We'll have to deal with guys, let me know the reason you got into the gym. I feel like everyone's got some unique funny reason. It's not funny, just so you know, like some people have a funny, I have a funny reason to be honest, but you know, some people have a legit, you know, reason why they going to the gym. I mean, everyone's reason is legit, but it's just like some of them are like, shit, you know, I need a treat, and some of them are like, shit, you know, I'm weak as fuck, you know. Good. I'm gonna get into the next set in a second. double check something here. Good. Nice. Everything is all good. Happy days. Alright. So we are onto the 28th, so it's kinda mad. But we'll get this. We'll get it. You know what? I feel like I talk about this every stream. Like, I'm not even lying. I feel like I genuinely just do. But I just need to shut up, man. I'm not gonna lie. Just because it's turning into a meme, I swear. Like how I just talk about this every time. But I have my I have my driving test coming up again. Next Thursday. I think my ass is just gonna shut up about it, just because I feel like every time I'm talking about it, like, oh shit, yo, we're gonna be driving, yo, we're gonna be driving, yo, driving stream soon, and then I fucking fail every fucking time. I'm just like, I'm done. I'm gonna just stop talking, man. I'm just gonna let it happen, you know. I'm saving myself the embarrassment, but hey, man, Thursday time's a charm. We failed for something really silly last time, like really silly, like nothing major. It was like actually such a stupid thing. I was literally, you know how they pull you up on the left? It was one of those, like not a big roundabout, and not a fucking multi-lane spiral roundabout, not like dual carriage or anything like that. And I was pulled up on the left, and it was moving off, and that's how I failed, bro. That's crazy. So there's a person behind me who decided they wanted to overtake. Right when I signaled to move off, I moved a tiny bit. And if you move it even like a small amount when someone is trying to overtake, GG's, you fail. So that's how I failed. It is rough, man. Like, holy shit, man. They are so strict with it, but you know, we're not gonna do anything stupid next time. All it really is a driving test, man. All it really is just the ability to focus for 40 minutes. Like dead laser focus for 40 minutes, and you're good. Most of the time, that's what it is. You know, a lot of the points you can drive like way before you actually have your test. And you know, there comes that point where it's like you're able to drive, but you're not allowed to drive. But all the test really is once you're at that point, once you're at that level, just the ability to focus for 40 minutes, laser focus, and you'll pass. That's it. You know, it's funny, I'm giving advice when I haven't passed, but you know, I think that's what it's about. I think definitely, you know, them having a yellow vest and them, you know, being next to you, you know, of course, you're gonna get nervous. I feel like even a fucking instructor who knows exactly what they're doing would get nervous with someone testing them or looking at them like that, judging their every move. Got a fucking iPad in front of them. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. So I think that is, it's like a fucking, this is like a normalized torture session. This is, it's like a, it's a little bit crazy, to be honest. You know, we have a normalized high, what's it called? High, not effort, high. What's the word? High pressure environment. You know, I feel like the pressure is like way more on in the UK than it is in a lot of other countries. Maybe especially England, because tests here, man. It's like if there's so much pressure. It's like you do one fucking shitty dumbass thing. GG's, you're getting in that, and you're ready to drive, and you make one mistake and you fail, man, GG's, you're gonna be waiting till like the next half-year point, you know, 6 months later. That's when you're gonna be able to get another test. And it's not even that. It's like, yeah, you can take another 6 months, yeah, cool. But the other part of it is the fact that now you're obviously, you know, fucking, if you have your test months away, you're gonna be rusty as shit, you know. So now, guess what? You have to keep somewhat up to date on lessons as well. I'm not saying you have to have fucking 3 lessons a week, you know, every fucking week, but you know, like maybe 1 lesson at least every like 2 weeks, you know. And that, you know, it ain't cheap to just, you know, keep fucking handing your fucking, you know, card over, you know, and giving money just because you made one dumbass mistake in a 40-minute session of driving. Like, that is so dumb. Like, honestly, I feel like the the normal amount of time you're meant to spend on driving with practice is like 40 hours. And maybe like, I don't know, like 2K on like lessons and tests and everything. I think I'm at 5K with 100 plus hours, so yeah, you know, I'm cooked right now. Just want it out the way, you know, like, I'll take my losses and leave, you know, get it done. But yeah, I am gonna go and get this session sorted out. Damn. Alright, we're gonna drop. Okay. Damn, we're listening to Disney songs now. That's pretty sick. What we're gonna drop to 24. 4 kg down, and we'll go and get this done. Oh, it is so awkward to pull these out. Because I'm not that tall, you know, and this it's just coming to like chest height, you know. Shit. You guys are gonna have to watch me like that because I'm gonna get this drop set. 3. Here we go. Trying to remember where this song is from. What's that? What's that show with Ariel in it? You know that, like, that mermaid, red hair mermaid. That's where this song's from. Ariel, I think that's her name, but I don't know what the show is called. Is it My Little Mermaid? No, that's gonna be something to do with My Little Pony. That no. I don't know what the show is called, but it's got Ariel in it. That's the one. Well, movie, I guess. But yeah, that's what I'm listening to right now. I don't wanna put it up to the mic, otherwise, what's it called? YouTube's not gonna be happy with that. You know, YouTube always annoying about copyright and all that crap, but it's a vibe of a song, man. You know, it's like a little tropical song, you know. All right. So we got triceps in a second here. Gonna have to warm that up because don't wanna fuck my elbows up again. Not again. Well, I mean, it's like I've had maybe like a slight elbow injury in the past, maybe like once, but it wasn't any of my worst injuries. I think my worst injuries were ulnar nerve for sure, right arm. I had to take a few months off the gym for that one. A wrist injury as well. That's why I wear wrist wraps. 2 months for that one as well. And then that's the 2 major ones I've had to actually genuinely take time out of the gym a bunch for and do a bunch for. But there's other ones. Obviously, you know, when you do presses, I'm sure you guys get a pain like over here or over here. You always find it interesting about that because I'm, you know, left-handed, and you don't often run into too many people that are left-handed. Most people are like right-handed. So, you know, I asked some of my friends, and and whenever they bring up this injury, like, oh shit, my shoulder's hurting, I ask like, oh, so what hand do you write with? You know, what handed are you? And every time it's the opposite. Their pain is the opposite to their hand. So for example, I get it in my right shoulder, I'm left-handed. Everyone else who's right-handed, they often, every time, they get it in their left shoulder. Every time. So that's interesting. Alright. We are switching to triceps, so I'm just gonna let my wrists, you know, breathe a little bit here. Nice relaxed gym session. You know, chilled out. Not really anyone here. You know, we're not in any rush here too much, so no, we're just vibing, just chilling, you know. So we're the time to just, you know, take it slow. You know, sometimes it is nice to take it slow. You know, it's nice to rush around sometimes and you get a session done quick. But it's like, I'm not in too much of a rush here. I can get, you know, what was I gonna say? I can get an Uber home or something like that. So I'm not, you know, I'm chilling here, you know, vibing and chat, you know. You guys want any advice, any questions, you just want to talk, maybe in between sets, maybe during set or just read after or whatever, you know, feel free. No, we're just chilling. Doesn't have to be about gym, you know, it can be about gym, but you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, you just want any advice, you know, maybe you're going through a loss, maybe you're going through something else in your life, whatever it is, you know. We're all here, you know, as a community, help each other, to bring each other up, you know. Again, with the gym, it's like we're all in here for the same reason. We're all trying to improve ourselves, and or maybe trying to work through issues, problems that are elsewhere in our life, and maybe in a gym is an escape somewhere, you know, in our lives to, you know, de-stress, just chill out, maybe just talk about it, you know. So that's why, you know, I don't mind, you know, if it's about gym, you know, cool, but if it's not, you know, also cool. Honestly, I prefer to not talk about the gym, you know. It's like I do enough of that while I'm in the gym, you know. It's like I'm already talking about it constantly because I'm already in the gym, you know, just, man, talking about my surroundings, just waffling, really yapping. But because I'm already talking about it a lot already and get a lot of questions on it already, you know, it's nice to talk about other things that's not necessarily, you know, gym related, you know, just life stuff or anything else like that. So anyway, I'm gonna put this dumbbell away and we are gonna hit triceps, because we don't want to just sit here talking, you know. We also need to go and work out, you know. That's the whole point we're here as well, right? So we're gonna warm up, get triceps done, brother. Always with a mirror over here. I'm gonna bring you guys actually closer a little bit. Let me know the angle's all good on your guys' end here. But yeah, I feel like something stuck my throat, man. Let's go. All right. You know, it's all about meeting new people, you know, in the gym. It's very nice, refreshing to meet new people, you know. The other day I met this guy's 31, and I thought he was maybe just slightly older than me, but he's fucking 31 years old. No, it's a bad thing. The guy looked good for his age, you know. But I did not expect that, you know. Something looked a bit sus, you know. It looked like this guy seems a little bit older, but like also maybe not, you know. Something about it just seemed a little bit sus, you know, like. But yeah, he's 31, and you know, seemed like a pretty chill guy. It was pretty cool to talk to the guy, you know, and he seems to come around this time, so I think I'll get to see more of him. So what I mean, you know, just meeting new people, you know, especially also, you know, in the chat and things like that, always great. So let me warm up there. No, if I do good on this set here, I think next session I'm going to move up to the 20s for skull crusher, which is crazy to think about. Obviously, I do use momentum and I do it my own sort of variation and way. I don't do strict form of it, but you know, skull crushers for 20 kg each arm is kind of ridiculous. You know, I think. I remember, I think I started skull crushers in this variation maybe on 10 kg, maybe 12 when I started using momentum. But yeah, you know, developed all the way to the 20s now, hopefully. If I do well on this 18 kg set, and next time we have arms I can push the 20s, that'll be sick. But when hitting those higher weights, you know, is important for making sure that you're not gonna injure yourself. You know, like if I'm doing skull crushers like that, probably want to use my wrist wraps, but that isn't even the wrists. I don't think that is the main issue or scare. It's more so, I think, the elbows. I think with any sort of tricep exercise, I think it's the elbows that start to get a little bit, you know, in the way in terms of injuries. Alright, I'm gonna grab 18. Yeah, so awkward the way they do this. Ugh. All right. This exercise always takes a lot out of me. It always does make me fairly red. I feel like a lot of the pressure is towards your head when you're doing it. At least in the variation I do it. Even in regular skull crushers probably, but and I go like to like a second failure point, you see, with this exercise. So I do also so yeah, I'm probably gonna go a little bit red, but because I'm brown you won't really see it all that much, so it should be all good. Always there's a little mental battle in your head before you go into a heavy lift or a more challenging lift, you know, to get it out of the way. Alright. Alright, here we go. Yes. There. Maybe not 20s. Not yet. Yeah, not 20s. It's a really hard exercise to get to 12 reps doing with a higher weight. Even with the failure reps, only one, you know? My aim would be normally 3, so yeah. Not bad. But yeah, I think you'll really see me go a bit more when we have the next set, because the next set, we do the set, go to failure, go to that beyond failure version, drop set, failure again, and then beyond failure again. I got the beyond failure because I guess what it is, you fail and you take it into a variation that makes you fail even further, you know? So that's why I call it beyond failure. Anyways, let's hydrate, let the wrist breathe a little bit. Let's see if I'm hydrated. In the gym, get thirsty pretty easily in the gym, so yeah. Anyways, though, while I'm resting, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. You know, like, what are you guys doing, you know, this time of day? You know, let me know, have you been to the gym? You know, on your way, just chilling? Just 2 seconds, double check one thing here. Thing is, I feel like triceps always been like a strong point for me, like strength and just the look of it. I feel like my biceps are, you know, catching up now, which is really nice to see, because I've always been like, you know, have my biceps straggle behind the triceps quite a lot, which is always the case. You know, the triceps are like way bigger than the biceps, but it was like you could tell like the triceps just being trained a lot better and maybe more efficiently or more. And probably for a reason. It's like generally I like training triceps a lot more than when I train biceps. I just generally dislike training biceps. You know, I used to like it, you know, I think it was my favorite, to be honest, before, but yeah, not so much anymore. Or maybe it was my favorite because obviously I do arms, so I don't do like biceps, triceps like that. I do arms on the same day. Obviously I separate it. I do biceps and triceps, I do like that, but I don't do separate. Oh, this is biceps day, this is triceps day. So that's what I mean by that. You know, I have sort of tried that variation before, but I sort of like sticking with arms and just doing it all in one day. That's how I've seen it works, you know. I feel like it's kind of hard to like balance the whole schedule with all the muscle groups you got. It's kind of kind of hard. I used to do one muscle group a day. I used to do, shit, this is arm day, you know, this is chest day, this is, I don't fucking know, leg day. So, but the thing is with that, there's no chance you're hitting every muscle group if you're doing that like one a day. Unless you maybe go to gym fucking 2 or 3 times a day, maybe then you hit like, you know, a decent amount of muscle groups. But even on 2 a day, it's pretty difficult to hit every muscle group, you know. But it's like, think about it, you got, you know, if you do separate, you know, your arms and stuff, that's bicep and triceps, but let's just give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm just giving you arms as a whole, right? You got arms, you got chest, you got legs, you got shoulders, you got abs, you got back. What else? Some people train freaking neck. I don't know how to find how you even add that into your schedule and find time for that. What else you even got? Like, and I'm counting back and all of these things as a whole thing. Like, I'm not saying, oh, that's on this day or whatever, right? That's 6 days already of a week, right? And remember, you want to be training muscles 2 times a week, so that means you're gonna have to be going, you know what, like 6 days a week just to hit all of that. But the thing is, that's not realistic. A lot of people don't go 6 days a week. They go like, you know, 4 or 5 days a week, you know, something a bit more manageable. 6 days a week, I don't think too many people do. Currently that's the schedule I'm on, but yeah, fuck man, it is very tiring to have 1 rest day a week, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, you know, that's sort of what I'm on right now, and it's going alright. But yeah, cool. Definitely a lot of gains in it, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Strength and, you know, looks of, you know, muscles and everything like that has gone up a shit ton, so that is nice. A benefit, I guess. But also, I guess the disadvantage is also that your body's constantly fatigued, you know, having that 1 rest day a week, you know, I don't know if it's really enough to be able to fully rest for certain, you know, lifts and exercises and things like that. Especially something like you do a deadlifting day, and shit like that, you know, like, or big deadlifts in a day. It is a fucked, you know, schedule in terms of things, you know, like, I feel like even if you have proper technique and you're doing everything pretty good, you're having good protein, you're having good meals, you're doing, you know, everything right, I feel like you're still gonna run into injuries on a schedule like that. It's so hypocritical because that's the schedule I'm on. It's so stupid, right? But I feel like you're still gonna run into injuries if you're lifting decent enough, challenging enough weight, because you're constantly just going at it. You know, it's like there's basically no rest. You know, that one day really doesn't do all that much. You know, in comparison to the 6 fucking days straight you're going. You know, so yeah, yeah, that's my take on it right now, and. Yeah, you know, like I am doing 6 days fucking right now, and it's a mess, bro. It is, especially with the calories and stuff. You know, a lot of people have the misconception that gym is like shit. Oh, gym's 1 hour a day. You know, it's like people who actually go to the gym. No, it's not 1 hour a day. You know, there's the whole process of fucking getting up. You know, preparing your meals. You know, eating your meals, and then you have to fucking go gym. Maybe have a pre-workout. Pre-workout meal. You know, fucking post-workout meal, maybe some people do, you know, having your, like, supplements, creatine, this and that, whatever. You know, and it's not like a supplement, oh shit, I can take it once every fucking week, you know, it's like every single day you gotta be taking creatine and things like that. Protein, your intake's gotta be the same. Your body don't give a shit if you're tired or you're sick. You know, you gotta take it regardless. So, yeah, you know, like, absolutely, I have sympathy and empathy for people who go to the gym, and respect for how much work and dedication it does take, because it does take it, you know, it does take discipline. You know, there's a reason people respect people to go to the gym, and why a lot of people don't have those physiques. It is hard to attain because you have to be freakishly consistent, you know. It is forgiving in the sense of like not losing it and muscle memory, all that sort of stuff, but still it is a lot of respect when you have that sort of physique, you know. It doesn't matter if it took you 10 years, 5 years, whatever the fuck, right? You still have to put in a level of consistency, dedication, and discipline to get to that point, regardless, right? You know, I guess the absolute discipline of it and all that stuff just makes the progress happen faster. I think that's basically the XP booster, you know? It's like, you can attain that physique in 10 years, naturally I'm talking about, or you can attain it in, you know, like 3 years, but you're freakishly consistent, you know. That's what I mean. That's the trade-off right there, you know. So yeah, that's my take on it all. But you know, let me know what you guys think about that. All right, so let's get the next set. You know, we've been chilling, hard chilling. So this is gonna be the drop set one. So this is gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough, but we'll get it. We'll do it for you guys here. Man, I'm listening to all fucking Disney music, bro. This is it's a vibe, but it's also pretty funny, to be honest. All right, let me sip a dip some water. And we move. That's crazy. Alright, let's go. I felt like the bench was gonna topple on my ass right there. Holy shit. I gotta relax. Shoulders got involved. Alright, beyond failure. Fight it. Fuck. and we got a drop. Making the dumbbells do fucking bunny hops, man. What are we going? 14s. Oh my goodness. Keep going. Then my AirPod's gonna fall out. Yep. Happy on failure. Jeez. That's good. Yeah, my AirPod fell. Hey man, you're not working hard enough, your AirPods don't fall out, miss that, man. Thing is, me and AirPods, man, I have headphones, just I don't use them when I'm working out. I've tried, like I had these Sony XM4s, you know, pretty decent headphones. I had them in gold, which is a pretty cool color, to be honest for it. They last a decent long while. I still have them, and they still work. It's just worn out because I used them for like 2.5 years or something. So I still just keep it as my like home, or kept it as my home headset, like, you know, for I'm on Discord or something like that. But for gym or working out or going out, it just ain't it. Just because, I don't know, one thing, I really hate the headphone dent. You know, it just won't work well because I already have short hair, so you can just fucking see it. So it's just not great. But on top of that, I have a really small head. So the problem with that is, I'll tell you two things actually. The problem with the headphone dent, the problem with the small head is the headphones, even on the smallest size, you can adjust it, make it the smallest size. And when I'm on a bench, it will still slide off. You know, like I'm not even talking like halfway through this, I'm not even talking at the end. So the shit will slide off as soon as I put my head down. So I can't do anything, you know. Imagine going to the gym and avoiding benches, you know, it's not gonna work. Or I can't listen to music when I'm on the bench. So, you know, that's rough because I do a decent amount of exercises, and even back then I used to do even more exercises with the bench. So it would just be a hassle having to adjust headphones and deal with that on the bench. And also another thing is headphones, man. You know, it's like, I feel like the little muffs, right? The little cushion things, they get stinky. I feel like, you know, like they just absorb that sweat and they just like, you know, just get kind of gross, you know. I feel like, you know, if you constantly use them in the gym, you know, it's like you gotta clean them regularly, you know, like hella regularly. And even if it's like you aren't cleaning them with like, you know, some wipes or some shit, you gotta clean something that actually gets it out, you know. You can't just clean it with the wipes, expect, oh shit, you know, get it brand new, you know. And also like the headphones, it depends on obviously color you get and stuff like that. If you get like black headphones, it probably won't be too bad, but they can look, when they get worn, they just look kind of like tatty, you know, in terms of the cushions and stuff. Like my XM4s, they're like sort of darkened a bit, you know, on the cushions and stuff like that after use. I mean, obviously you can get new cushions and stuff, but you know, it can't be arsed, you know, fucking, you know, I buy the headphones, you know, I don't want to buy maintenance and stuff for it, you know, I can't be arsed, you know. But AirPods, you know, it's very simple, you know, easy to get out, easy to put in, easy integration. The little buds, easy to clean. Honestly, very convenient and very good sound quality still. So, you know, it's got all the essentials, it's got, you know, noise cancellation, you got your transparency and shit. Controls are all easy to use. So it is all there and convenient, you know, it's like, that's it. But another thing with headphones for me is like, again, with a small head, Sorry, not headphones, just a small head in general. It's just, whenever I put on like a hoodie or some shit, right? Like I can't put on the hood, because the hood always looks ginormous for me. Like the hoodie can be like my fit, and it can look like, you know, fine, but if I put the hood up, it's still big for me, and it just looks weird. I look like an egghead. It just looks weird. So I can't wear hoodies, like hoods either. So it's just like, I don't know. I just got like anti-headphone, anti-hoodie, like hood sort of build. I don't know why, but it's just always been like that for me. And I need to refill this, so I will be back. And I'm gonna let you guys look this way though. Don't get random people in the shot, but I will refill. Anyways, what's up, guys? I'm back. You can still hear me the whole time while I was getting my bottle. So got the mic'd up range on me, to be honest. So all good. Alright, so next exercise we're gonna do is still triceps. You know, we've already done that one, but that one did take a lot out of me. I'll bring you guys a little bit up. A little bit more. I feel like I'm always making those sounds even when I'm not doing a set. I ever exert force and I'm just like making gym sounds. You guys do that as well? Alright. So what were we on for the overhead thingy my bob? I think we're on 28s for that. Yeah, I'm gonna go hit that. If I can find the 28 kg dumbbells. They over here. Triceps are tense. That's a good thing though, I think. That's 28. What the f? Never had trouble with that lift up, you know? Triceps must be worn. Okay. Let's go. Oh shit. Sorry about that, guys. I think I was like very much smothering the mic there with my chin, but I was kind of forced into that position there. Dumbbell was screwing me over. Give me a sec here, guys. Just double checking something, that's all. Elbows always do get tested on that, and I feel like if I don't warm up on that one, I do get kind of screwed over with the elbows, not gonna lie. That one did sort of fucking hurt my back, because I don't know, I sort of messed up on the lift up there, and I was sort of just holding it on my shoulder for a bit there. Just one moment, guys, I'm just gonna check. Double check something, I mean. And I just have to check every time I leave the app because I don't want to miss, you know. Alright, I'm gonna rewrap, I'm gonna go straight. Then maybe take the hoodie off, I'm like kinda getting warm. Listen to a Turbo song. There's no way. You ever heard like, you know, the heat is on? I think it's during the final track of Turbo, where he's racing like that cocky Formula 1 guy. And oh nah, I'm remembering it's actually a really cool. It's like a really cool movie, you know. I have a soft place in my heart for you know, those sort of like kid movies and shit like that, you know. Don't clip that. That's a weird sentence. I mean like Disney movies, you know. Alright. And damn. That's what I mean, you've got to be damn accurate now with the whole putting your weights away. Like if I missed that, it would have been GG's. Alright, so that was what, 28? 20, fucking, my elbows are kind of taking the hits right now, but hopefully nothing too serious. I'm gonna drop set, so let's keep going. Damn. Alright, there we go. Fuck it. I'm gonna miss one of these times. Like on a long enough time frame, if I keep, you know, fucking doing that, I'm gonna miss at some point. And it's not gonna be pretty. I'm gonna fucking smack the mirror, or it's gonna come down this way, the other way. So, yeah. Alright. How's the back looking? Fuck. My ass is showing, bro. That's crazy. The back. Not bad. I have to show you guys. I mean, you can't see crazy amounts through your hoodie, but yes, you can make out a little bit. Okay. I think we're done here now, and we move to triceps. I'm gonna take off because it is super hot. You won't hear me too well for a second here. shit, you guys can't hear me, my bad. My bad. Maybe you could. I hope you could, but... mic up again. I'm not even doing chest today, that's crazy. Should be good. Okay. I'm gonna move the camera and we're gonna head out. Well, not head out, we still got shoulders, but you know what I mean, this way. I feel like a little bit bloated on the water. It's actually nice, I can just drop my phone now because my hoodie's on the floor, I can just soft landing, you know? Thing is with this actually starts to hurt the tricep just because it is, because the tricep is so tense from all the rest of the other sets I've been doing, this like really starts to mess it up, you know? Someone has conveniently put it on the right weight for me, so W. Alright. I'm gonna give it a second just because I have only recently done a set. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit and chill. Again, not in any sort of rush, so we can just chill here for a little bit. I'm pretty happy how this has turned out, to be honest, because like I came here so tired. I don't know, but I'm rejuvenated, you know. I can only thank God for that, you know. I did my prayer and I knew I was very tired, and I prayed and I said, you know, I asked God for some strength today, some energy to get me through this stream today, you know. Really don't want to come in, but you know, I really was in that split decision moment. I was like, shit, should I come in? Should I not? Like, because I was knackered, I was tired, man. But I said, you know, I thought to myself, you know, miss 100% opportunities you don't take. So even though I'm not sitting here like taking some sort of giant opportunity, you know, if you don't hit every day, you're gonna miss the day something happens, you know. The day could have been the day where I meet someone special that, you know, could be, you know, really detrimental, the fuck, that's the wrong word, really promising for the rest of my life, you never know. You know, maybe in the stream, maybe in real life, maybe on the way, you know. Maybe something in God's planning was central to happen involving me today that I needed to come in, you know, I'm part of that, and God used me as, you know, part of his plan, which is cool. W stretches right now, man. Remember when I used to use the weight that I could, I mean, I think it will start to lift if I really start to put my weight on it. Yeah, there, it starts to move. But I remember I was only doing like maybe this much and it was moving before, so you know, it's kind of cool to see the weight progression with that. That is pretty dope, not gonna lie. Alright, let's go. sec, I'm grabbing the wrong thing. I have to like change my grip on that. The reason being, because the other day when I was deadlifting, I sort of like scraped my finger against between like a plate and the ground, and sort of created like a little bit of a, I don't know if you can see, but like a sore. And so obviously this cut is pretty open, and I was just now sort of like, you know, doing this basically, and then putting in pressure like this, and obviously that's gonna fucking hurt. So to change my grip, yeah, the left tricep is real tight. Obviously the right one is as well, but the left one's like mad, you know. But anyways, one more set, drop set, and we get to move. Well, actually we don't even get to move because we still got shoulders and quite a bit over here, but we have to move 2 shoulders is what I mean. All right. Maybe 30 more seconds and I'll move over. You know, I quite like actually not doing this with the straps. I think normally I do it with the straps, but I feel like I have felt wrist pain on it before, but not any really right now, which is nice. Which means I guess the wrist is getting stronger, you know? So that's always a good thing. I don't know what sort of freaking cartoonish song to listen to today. I don't know if you've heard of the Fat Rat, but I'm listening to that, right? I think they have some of those like YouTube intros back in like, you know, the like, you know, 2010, 2015 days, you know, some of the YouTube intros over there. And I'm not listening to one of them right now, but I'm listening to like, you know, maybe like a more chill one, but they are famous for that, so that is what I'm listening to, and a bunch of Disney music as well. I don't know, I keep getting them. It's on my playlist. I think it's on shuffle right now, so like it's not on purpose. They're just all on my playlist. But no, I have a Looney Tune looking ass playlist. I'm not gonna lie. I have just about every genre except for metal or rock. Those are the ones like, you know. Sorry to be like a hater, but like I find those genres just like actually I just find them noise. You know, it's like. Just hard noise. That's how I describe that one. I think it's mainly like, you know, metal, like just really loud, or maybe when they're just like the losing vocal cord type of shouting, you know. I mean, it's a style, you know, everyone likes this, you know, each to their own, but you know, maybe just not my cup of tea type of thing. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this set and we'll go. I feel like I have a lot more control than I used to do, like I used to have on this, you know, sort of exercise. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, drop. This is that type of thing where it gets so tense that I can't even put my hand in certain positions. Like I remember when I did shoulders, and I do shoulders right after this, like my shoulders, my triceps are all just so tense I can't even like put them into my like normal positions, you know. So I just have to like fucking stand there like waiting for my my arms to recover. You know, there's this guy called Steven. He actually told me, I think I mentioned this before even, but he told me that like when your like muscles are like fucking tired, you know, exhausted and shit, you just fucking shake them, and and they'll magically recover. I don't know, man. Or at least help recover. I had no. I can't even put words on like how what I think about that. It's just like fair enough, man. You know, it's like I can't say anything. It's just like a fair enough moment. I can't really say anything about that. I was meant to drop set, man. I have to fucking go to failure again. Wait, I think I did drop the weight. I just fucking forgot to do the exercise. Because this feels easier. It's fine, I'll go failure. And we'll be fine. I'm not dropping again, that's too much of a drop, I think. And I don't want to make it too easy, if you get what I mean. Okay. Feels like I'm getting 4 headlines, like they're getting more defined, like the 4 headlines, I'm not gonna lie. Because my face is like scrunching up during all these sets. Okay. It's like, at that point, it's like, it's so tense that if I like actually tense it, nothing happens. It just, the movement of the muscle just changes, that's all. It doesn't actually fucking do anything. Alright, so, let me just double check everything is working here. Yeah, it's all good. Triceps done. I gotta move. Failure. I tried. I thought I was getting good. I need to go get the other attachment. To be honest, now I'm walking all the way over here. I could have actually just fucking walked over here and just used the shit over here, but now I'm fucking doing a lap for no reason. So, yeah, I like this one. They do have like a, what's it called? They do have a newer one, but I like this one more because the newer one, it doesn't really like move. This one I think moves like a lot nicer. What were we doing? We were doing 50. Should I try 55? I don't even know. I might try 55. Might be a better idea too. Pretty quiet day today, you know. It's a Thursday. It's a pretty chill day today. You know, not too much going on. I mean, I feel like Friday's gonna be more. I don't know. Friday is just a more hectic day. But it's like, you know, Friday night, I feel like that's when everyone's going to all their parties. You know, everyone's going out doing their thing. I feel like the real grinders are, you know, out in the gym, you know, hustling, you know, behind the scenes, you know, undercover. But yeah, again, I'll be in here tomorrow again, Friday. What we got tomorrow? Forearms and back. My favorite day, to be honest, is this. When I say favorite day, Tuesday and Friday are both my favorite days because they're the same things, forearm and back. So yeah, I do like forearms and back. You know, weights all going up in those. I don't know. I'm thinking about the back machine now. You know, the one where you go like that. I can't fucking move with the machine. It's crazy. But I'm thinking if I should progress to 190 pounds instead of 180. I think I am hitting 12, 13, 14 reps, one of the 3. So I feel like it is time to go up. And I have been on it for maybe 2 sessions, so 3 sessions maybe, possibly. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, go up probably tomorrow. You know, test it out, you know, there's no harm in trying the 190 instead of 180, and if I can do it, then why not, you know? Is a higher weight progression and whatnot, so yeah. Deadlifting wise, we are still repping 100. I'm hard procrastinating on like figuring out how to use those wraps, you know? It's like those, I don't know, it's like those deadlifting straps. Yeah, hard procrastinating on that. I really need to either check a TikTok or a YouTube video or some shit like that, or I need to ask someone in the gym, like, how, you know, man, how the fuck do you use this, you know? And maybe I'll meet someone out of it. But yeah, feeling pretty good. What is this? Oh, bot stuff. I don't know, that's crazy. I get all the bots at the same time. It's not even like, it's based as like, they all spam at the same fucking time. It's like, what the fuck? Anyways, all good. We're gonna hit this set and we'll get into it. Boom, 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 boom. I think I'm gonna change the angle for you guys in a second because I think this angle is kind of crap. But I've now started the set, so now I have to commit. Oh shit. Make some questionable ass faces with that one, man. I feel like my neck also tenses when I do that one. So yeah, my neck sort of tenses, like, and I feel like maybe when I'm doing those faces, my I feel like my neck veins sort of come out as well. I wonder if I have a forehead vein, guys. Let me know. I don't know if that'd be a good or bad thing. But yeah, let me change the angle because that was a dead angle. That mad. I need to move this. I think it's at the back. I think. Yes. Sometimes it gets like, no, I'm walking that way. Sometimes it does get twisted, my neck, especially when I'm on the bench. That shit always does this and onto my back like this, and then I start looking a bit like this. It looks a little bit weird, but it's always like flip it. When I'm wearing a hoodie, it's not too bad. I think it like prevents it from flipping. But when I'm actually in like a t-shirt, every time I'm on the bench, it's just turn around, grab it, easy. All right. Maybe not like say yet. Maybe like 30 more seconds and we'll be fine. Start another set or something like that. But we're progressing through. We're getting there, almost done with soldiers. Fuck's sake, man. I really hate the buses this time, man. They're really hourly, it's really annoying. It is. Because I'm always sitting there at the gym for like a fucking hour. I'm always sitting there for like an hour. And it's just a waste of time, you know, just sitting in the gym doing nothing for an hour when you've done your workout, you know. It's like there's only so many sessions. There's only so many sessions that you can just sort of just experiment, have fun, and do different things in the gym, you know. It's like I guess you could train harder and harder, but it's like, man, come on, I already do 6 days a week, you know. It's like, well, what do you want me to do? Just fucking like, it's like literally at that point, like a race to injure myself at that point. like already doing like, you know, 5-6 days, you know, it is just like at that point of race to injure myself, because, you know, I'm already noticing, you know, I'm have to fucking navigate and like avoid all the injuries right now. Like right now I'm sort of like got so many things, you know, it's like I'm dodging. I'm getting like wrist pains on some exercises. On some exercises I'm getting so obviously I guess it's because obviously look, I'm doing a lot of new different weights, because I am constantly trying to just hit the next level, stack and get higher and higher. It's just like, you know, the last maybe month and a half, I feel like I've already, you know, gone up. You know, from my deadlift, so like think about it, I went from 100 kg deadlift PR to 150 in a day. Like, it's because, oh, I wouldn't say PR, it's because I had never really tested my actual max for a deadlift, but I was like, shit man, if I hit 150 that would be actually kind of neat. And what was crazy is I actually hit it, and when I was hitting the 120, things like that, I was starting to lose a little bit of confidence on it, because I was like, shit, this is starting to feel pretty heavy. Eventually I hit the 140. It took me 2 tries, maybe 3 tries for 140. 150 took me so many tries, but I finally actually got it at the end, you know. I was like, shit man, I gotta do this for my dads, I gotta do this for, you know, it's like the sort of hype you use, isn't it? You know, it's like, shit, like I got a little bit extreme with it, but I say like funny stuff like, shit, my best friend's gonna die if I don't lift this weight. So I do go kind of crazy, but you know, it's what gets the job done at the end of the day. So yeah, but I think my progression has been like pretty insane in the last month and a half. You know, I feel like maybe in the next few sessions, especially when I start using the wraps, I'm gonna attempt the 160, and I think I can do it, you know, with enough, you know, hype, maybe a rest day before, maybe do it before I actually, you know, start my actual session, because when I was doing all those PRs, that was already after forearms and back. So I think if I just don't do that, don't fatigue myself right at the start, I think I'll get it, you know, 160. And you know, I've set, I think it's a pretty modest goal, or by the end of the year 200 kg deadlift by the end of the year. I think it's modest. If I'm starting the year on 150 and I'm already pushing 160, I think I can probably hit 200 very easily by the end of the year, maybe even higher, maybe 220. You know, it's like I might be getting ahead of myself, because it is going to get harder and harder, but you know, I feel like I really can do it, you know. I just need to push, you know, and I'll be able to hit those weights. You know, already on like back and some certain machines, I'm already getting very close to maxing the machines. So I don't know, it's just like at a certain point I couldn't even fathom, like, you know, the types of strength I was at, you know. I was thinking of the days when I was, you know, at getting to the second row, which I actually got to recently on dumbbells in the gym, which is like the 30 kgs. And very recently I actually did it, repped it out, 12 or 13 reps. I think it was 12 though, but I can pretty consistently be getting 12 reps even on a decently bad day. So it looks like I'm probably going to be moving up to 32 pretty soon. Maybe even next session I might attempt the 32, you know. But like with all of the progression, it is like injury prone. Like you need to sort of be careful, because you're progressing at such a rate, maybe muscle wise or weight wise, but your joints can't really catch up with that. So it is a race. But I obviously don't take steroids or anything like that. You know, I feel like people with gear, people with like some, you know, steroids and things like that, their joints are fucking made of like steel. You know, it's like, it doesn't matter. You know, they can lift a 50 kg dumbbell and just fucking move it with their wrists, and it's just, it doesn't phase them. It's like, what the fuck. But I guess that is sort of how it is. I think I do have to, yeah. Oh, whoa. I almost fell over there, but hey man, I feel like you saw a bit of my background in karate there, where I caught myself in the most martial arts position on the planet right there. I don't know, it's like my leg automatically chambered into a kick. I don't know why, but I don't know, it's like a fucking reflex, you know. I guess it is a reflex when you're about to fall over or some shit, you know. It's just some shit like that. But anyways, we're gonna get the next set and let's go. Did I drop? No, this is just, I'm finding it easy. Okay, mad. Yeah, next session, I'm definitely going up to 55. No doubt about it. 3. Get ready for some funny faces. I do make some pretty interesting faces with these sort of exercises. Let's stand back a bit. I'm going red now. All right. Let's move. Yeah. Let's move. I think shoulders are pretty good right now. I can feel the Riddell when I'm not even training it. Let's move. Come on, man. Alright, rear delts. We just used the machine for this one. I got the most like, if you look at this, oh, it's twisting, man. I was gonna show you. You'll be able to see now anyways. You can see how I'm holding the fucking, all my gym equipment here. It's like serving a damn dish, that's what it looks like. Right. Okay. Just good angle. I don't even know what sort of weight I can push on this. I'm not gonna try it because I know this is a danger zone for my ulnar nerve, because I definitely know I have already some lingering ulnar nerve pain right now, and this one really aggravates it, you know, really like messes with it. So I'm not gonna try some sort of fucking dumbass max with that present, you know. That's just a dumb move. You know, I've learned, I'm getting smarter now, you know. I'm learning how to navigate the different injuries and shit like that. But yeah. So especially, I think we were doing 68. Not 60. That one for shoulders. Huh. My bad. That one. That's the one. I don't know, I found that really weird to see. Yeah, that's right. I don't know why the stumbling around that one, huh? Normally it's not that difficult for me to see. Yeah. Pardon me. Alright, let's move. Will we be able to go straight in? Maybe. You know what? I've been having a fair amount of Indian music this this session, you know, and I'm not hating it. Normally it does get a little bit, you know, hard to focus when I'm hitting some Indian music, but you know what? It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I do like the Indian music going on right now. We call this, like, the one I'm listening to, I don't know if you guys know, it's called Desi Girl. It's what we call, like, obviously my last name Sharma, and it's what we call like the Sharma family anthem. It's like, I don't know, it's like sort of like our little song that it's like our little national anthem of the Sharma family. It's just the song that we always, like, you know, it comes on, man. You already know we're on the dance floor, you know. Anyways, I must swap this one though. This one I don't mind. This one's chill. So I think a Spanish or Portuguese song. This one's chill. This one's chill. You can't hear it, of course. I know it's kind of a bummer, but you know, imagine, guys, imagine. All right. All right, 3. That's actually pretty sick. I don't think you can even see what I'm doing, but basically, you know the little pin inside the weight when you, like, you know, plug it in and shit like that. When I'm doing this, because the weight's slightly moving, it's like moving the pin round and round. Man, I gotta have undiagnosed ADHD sometimes, man. I swear, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, man. Alright. Nope. Nope. Not for that 13th trip, I don't think so. I mean, we did get 12, but it's like, I really wanted that 13. Maybe I could have pushed it if I really thought of something diabolical, like someone close to me dying if I don't hit that, if I don't complete the rep, you know? Alright. We do need a drop after this. Once we're done after, you know. So we're not too long left here, guys. Oh. Right. Double checking no chance off of that. Ow, 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 ow. Alright. Next session in, not session, the fuck. Next set in 30 seconds or something. Okay, maybe a minute. I just made it longer. But it's a nice empty gym, for the most part. Just chilling. Thing is though, like, when it is, like, I'm always coming in at this time, and there's the reason being is because my camera moves around and shit. And, you know, I don't want it tracking other people and things like that. So, that's obviously the reason I come in this time, but I do really like the aspect of it. You know, it's cold and rainy and dark outside at this time. It's, you know, it's like 3 a.m. right now or something like that, 4 a.m. I don't know. I've just lost track of time in the session. You know, that's how it is. You know, just chilling. You know. But what I do actually kind of miss is, like, you know, the presence of people being around. You know, it's because, like, it's like certain people you might not talk to them. You might not interact, you know, it's like just sometimes when it is always like the gym is like sort of empty, alone, you sort of do miss just the presence of people like doing their thing around, you know. So I don't know, I find that kind of comforting in a sense. Is that weird? Just, you know, people just doing their own thing, because it just gets like a little bit dead, you know, like the only one in the gym every single time. Yeah, you can do your own thing, and I'm sure a lot of people would like love an empty gym a bunch of the time, but you know, kind of you know, like you miss the presence of like, you know, people doing their thing, you know. But again, yeah, it is awesome, you know, your free machines and all that sort of stuff. Can't complain. But yeah, I'm gonna hit this set. We're gonna drop set. Let's go. I'm gonna trip over. It's the second time I almost tripped over, you know, in the session. Another one was only like 10 minutes ago, or something like that. So I'm gonna go and get this one done. I hate doing that, man. I always take a deep breath before my set, and then I was like, fuck, you know, that's not the breath. And then you take a deep breath for no reason. This is just got excess air in your lungs now. You know, you didn't need that much breath, you know? So, alright, we'll get this. Jeez, man. I feel like I get paralyzed after that. Alright, next drop. No. Oh well. Not bad. We are definitely stronger on that this session than last, so progress is being made. I did on the first sit hit 12, a kind of 13. I could have pushed 13. I feel like if I really push, but not bad at all for the second set. My rule of thumb is like second set, you want to at least get to 8, you know. Otherwise, then I feel like you're just training for strength or some shit, you know. You're doing like heavy loads of and stuff like that when you're doing 6 reps and stuff. But yeah, I don't know what we got there, 9, 10 on the second, which is not bad at all. Definitely eligibility in the session, maybe the session after next, maybe go up. And we got like in the 70s, and that would be really nice to be hitting. All right. All right, we are done though, so we can't dip because we have to wait for a bus still. The buses don't really care at this time. Alright. Just gonna check the bus real quick, guys. Let's just see how much longer we're gonna be up for. 53 minutes to the bus. Gotta love the buses. Fuck that. I'm gonna Uber. It was annoying though, because Ubers are something like fucking £10. And then I always tip, you know, so it's like, what the hell? Not bad. I don't know why the camera was facing that direction, but I guess we'll have to Uber home or something. From next Thursday, hopefully we don't have to Uber home. Alright. I don't even know how much water I drink in a session. Like, it's got to be at least a liter, you know. How much is this bottle? 50 centiliters, so 500 milliliters, right? if I'm having 3 of them, it's a liter and a half, you know. I don't know how many I've had. I think I've refilled this. I think I've refilled it once, to be honest, so. And now finish it twice, so that means obviously a liter. Yeah, a liter of water, you know, it's like, going to the gym gives you passive, it's like passive income, but passive water. Because you get thirsty like way easier, so it's like passive water. Your water intake's going up, that's pretty nice. See, so many benefits to the gym, guys, you know? Gotta get yourself in the gym. I might refill this one more time. I feel like my lips are dry. I don't know if my whole mouth is dry, to be honest, but Euphoria, crazy work. Yeah, I need to still have my shake and creatine. Still gotta shower again. Still gotta put minoxidil. You know what minoxidil is? That's so basically when it's like a drug that doctors prescribe if you're suffering from hair loss. So it's proven that way. But you can also buy it on Amazon in like a foam, and I just apply that every day. I'm trying to fight, you know, my Gen X so badly because I have a brother. He's 11 years older than me, and yeah, I can sort of see, you know, like if it's untreated, how my hair is gonna look. So because he's 11 years older than me, and he's like here, you know. So yeah, I'm trying to fight it as hard as I can. My dad is bald, so trying my best out there, you know. All right, I think I'm gonna refill this, and I'll be back with you guys in a sec. Double check I'm not missing anything. Alright, I'll be back in 2.5 seconds. Well, not literally, but you know what I mean. The thing is, I'm not even leaving because I'm mic'd up, so you guys can still hear me. That's the thing. I'm just leaving the frame, I guess, but you can still hear me, I'm sure. Also, I did upgrade the mic, so it's got some range to it, and it should be pretty good. Thing is, I don't really know. I don't know if you guys prefer. It's like, obviously, you know, when I'm working out, you know, I'm making all sorts of faces and funny sounds, you know, as you do. But the thing with with that and being mic'd up, I don't really know if this, you know, like you guys hearing that is a good thing or a bad thing, you know. It's like, do you guys even want to hear that, or is it unprofessional? What? It's like, I feel like it takes authenticity to the stream, you know. It's like, this isn't like a fake, you know, put on very pristine and, you know, put together stream where everything is gonna go amazingly, you know. Yeah, I'm trying to show you like what the raw experience is, you know, wherever I go, whatever I do, you know. It's not obviously just gym, so that's why. The thing is, right, I don't know, I just talk about the most random shit, I swear. The problem is, my lips, is I moisturize a lot, but the problem with it is, I end up just, I don't know why, just, it's not even nervousness or anything, because I do this at home. Obviously I'm not gonna be nervous at home, right? I can just bite my lips out of a habit, you know. It's like the inside, so it's like, just as much as it's healing, because of how much I moisturize and all that stuff, like the lips and stuff, as much as it's healing, it's like getting broken down again. So it's like fucking right now it's in like I feel like a drier state. I don't know what the hell I am talking about, guys, but hey man, whatever floats the boat, right? I kind of want to sit on the the box there. I feel that's more of a vibe than a bench, You know, I strategically moved this bench at the start of the session. Because I started over here, obviously. I was doing like the cable curls and shit like that. Because I like to, like, in between my sets, I like to sit down, but I don't want to sit, you know, on the floor or something. So I strategically got the bench. I moved it all the way from there, all the way to here. But I could have just sat on the box, to be honest, but I sort of wanted something near the camera. And yeah, I moved it all the way over here, and then I didn't even sit on it. So now I guess I'm making use out of it, you know, like I can't play it off like this is strategic from the start, you know. But I just told you what I did, so maybe it's not strategic anymore. That's the suckish part of this though. It's like when I'm waiting for a bus, 50 something minutes, you know, I kind of just sit down and talk, but it's like I'm sitting in an empty gym and what's there to talk about, you know? It's a little bit difficult, but you know, I'm trying to make the most of it. And you know, I have had a few sessions where I just go around and I just go on different machines I've never tried before. I try different things I've never tried before, but it's like, you know, it's like it gets to a certain point, you know, if I'm going to gym 5-6 days a week, you know, how many of that can I do before I start to run out of things to do, you know? It's like the other day I went on the Stairmaster, I went on the glute machine, I don't know what's it called, hip thrusts. I went on that one, and I went on the thigh ones where you're going like this. It looks so zesty, but I went on that one, and I tried my max, and, you know, it wasn't too bad, you know, it was at least half the stack on max, and I've never really tried it. Hip thrust, when I first tried that, I didn't manage to go up to 100 kg, so, and I don't even train glutes, that's the crazy part. But I've been told, you know, like, I think I'm good in that department regardless, you know, no need for the training. But, yeah. I need new gym clothes, not gonna lie, like, keep wearing the same hoodies, you know, and the same sort of style of clothes, you know, it's like, it's black and white every single time, you know, coming with the same fucking 2 hoodies. What's annoying about it is because I'm bulking and then I'm cutting and all sorts of stuff like that, it's like, finding clothes that fit you, you know, you can do it, but it won't fit you during your whole process in the gym, because if you're constantly gaining weight and losing weight, how are you meant to, so my camera moved, I was like, what the fuck, who's behind me? But if you're constantly doing that, you know, bulking, you know, gaining weight, cutting, I can't hear anything, but it's like, how the fuck did that even happen? I'm getting haunted or something, like, the camera's moving like something's behind me. You know, that might be a proper paranormal effect. That might have been paranormal right there. I don't know what the fuck just happened. But what the fuck? I just see my if you saw that, I don't know what the fuck, but like, what the hell? My phone, I swear that it just went flying. I don't know what the hell just happened. How did it go that far if it dropped? Like, think about that. Guys, I don't know what happened there. You guys gotta let me know what the fuck just happened there, but that was paranormal as shit. My camera's moving like there's something behind me. Yo, that's crazy work. All right, well, that took me off guard. I did not expect for that to happen, man. I don't think it was hanging in off the edge or anything. It's like mad. Wow, I actually want to replay, like, watch the VOD back and see what the hell just made my phone go flying, because that was kind of mad. And what made it worse is, like, when I looked behind me, because the camera obviously was moving, it was twitching, it was like tracking something behind me. It wasn't like a giant, like, oh, I'm gonna move all the way over here or something like that. it moved like this. So it's like, had to be somewhere really close behind me. Guys, nah, that's crazy. Nah, you're lying. Is it slanted or what? Guys, you're lying. What? It's moving. Guys, this bench is straight. How the fuck is it moving? How is my phone moving? What? Crazy work. So that's probably how it fell. But it's like, also, the distance that thing traveled when it moved like that, it's still moving. When it moved like that, it had to be pushed, you know. It can't be like very slowly moving like this. It's still moving, by the way. Nothing around it, so I don't know what the fuck's happening. My phone is haunted and moving by itself. Very slowly, but you can see it. Is that a very like... This thing's straight. So it's not like bent at all. That's so weird. That is so weird. Man, whatever ghost this is being hella obvious. You can literally see it. That's crazy work. I really hope I'm not getting haunted right here, but mad. What's just gonna drop by itself? You see that? It is moving by itself. What is going on? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Maybe it is a slant, but it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it's a slant, so I don't know why it would be moving like that. It's a bit weird. It's a bit spooky. I'm gonna put my phone on the floor now. I do want to see that first one, because the way it like fucking flew past me, that didn't seem normal. Especially how the camera is twitching and shit as well. Alright. If this thing starts moving on the floor, I might have to end the stream. I think I'm just seeing things. I think it's placebo now, you know. It's like I'm looking at it. I feel like maybe like I'm seeing things now, you know. All right. I'm gonna check my bus time again though. Alright, 38 minutes. You know, I might just Uber this. I really can't be bothered. 38 minutes of just fucking sitting here. Like, that's kind of diabolical. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the stream, but thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you, you know, all coming by, chats and whatnot. And everything. You know, pray for me. Hopefully I don't start floating in my sleep tonight. But thank you very much for coming, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be streaming again at the gym. Maybe something before. I might do 2 streams, but we'll see. But anyways, thanks for guys for coming, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.